Hello. My name is Ann Southern, and I've got a secret.
I've Got a Secret, brought to you tonight by Tony, creator of fine beauty products for the woman who prefers the natural look of beauty care at home. Now, from New York, here is I've Got a Secret, starring Gary Moore.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, friends. Welcome to, what is actually the Lincoln's Birthday Eve edition of I've Got a Secret. Excuse the boots that I'm wearing. I don't know any more than you do about why I'm wearing them. The producers just told me to put them on and said sometime during the show I'd find out. So, lots of luck to me. Now, let us meet the members of our Lincoln's Birthday Eve panel. First, there is Honest Henry Morgan, and then there's lovely Betsy Palmer. And while Bill Cullen is on vacation, we're delighted to have with us the brilliant young actor, the star of The Trial and 5 Miles to Midnight, in which he co-stars with Sophia Loren, lucky fellow, Tony Perkins. And, Tony, nice to have you here. And while Bess Myerson is on vacation, we welcome back our very dear friend, Faye Emerson, who will be starring in the play The Matchmaker in Palm Beach, Florida, starting February 25th. Welcome, one and all. Now that we know who we all are, let's find out who's waiting off stage. Will you send in our first contestant, please? Sit right down, sir, and tell our panel what your name is, please, and where you are from.
My name is Ivor Davenport. I'm from Hodgenville, Kentucky.
Mr. Davenport, and he is from Hodgenville, Kentucky. Now, this being the day before Lincoln's birthday, I want to point out that Hodgenville, Kentucky is well known as the site of the log cabin that is considered to be the birthplace of Abraham Lincoln. The cabin is now inside a Lincoln Memorial building that Mr. Davenport not only helped to build, but where Mr. Davenport worked for 21 years. And here is a picture of the Abraham Lincoln log cabin as it now stands in the museum. As you can see, it's not a very sumptuous palace there. All right, Mr. Davenport, if you will whisper your secret to me, sir, we'll show it to the folks at home. All right, panel, Mr. Davenport's secret concerns something that happened to him, and we'll start at the top with Henry Morgan, please.
Mr. Davenport, did this happen to you at home?
Yes.
Did that question strike you as funny, sir?
Do you think that question was amusing?
No, I think not.
He thinks not.
No.
Were you indoors at the time?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm a great comic, but I don't know why. Was it a physical thing that happened?
Yes.
Did, For my next joke, I would like to ask, was it in the nature of an accident?
I'm afraid so.
You say it was?
I'm afraid so, yeah.
Well, he knows better than I do. I don't know. I would have said that under normal circumstances it was not an accident. And
Mr. Davenport, would you consider doing an act together with me?
all right, we've lost $20. We have 60 to go, and we go to Betsy Palmer, who looks like she thinks she knows.
Yes, I have a sneaky idea just because of all the laughter. Was there another person involved in this secret?
Yes.
And it was your mother, I bet, wasn't it?
Yes.
And this had to do with you being born, I bet.
Yes.
Didn't it? Only because of all those questions you asked, Henry. It was obvious.
Glad to help.
Now, it happened to you. Well, you were born, and it's more than that. You were born in Lincoln's house.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. He was also born in this log cabin. Now, panel, one of his anecdotes he told me before the show tickled me so much. He was working at the museum one day, and a woman marched up to him and she said, "How dare you be born in Abraham Lincoln's cabin? How dare you?" And a friend came up to the rescue and said, "Well, lady, it wasn't his fault." How did it happen that you were born in Lincoln's log cabin, sir?
Well, my parents lived in that cabin for 19 years. There was 4 of us children, and I was the youngest of the 4 born in this cabin.
The youngest of 4, and 6 of you lived in the cabin, right? Let's get another look at the cabin, and there's 6 folks in here. Now, this, of course, was before it was a museum.
That's right.
That's right. Okay. Now, what are the dimensions of the cabin?
Then it was 16 by 18 foot room.
16 by 18?
Yes.
And there were 6 of you in there.
That's right.
Boy. Now, there's been a certain amount of controversy about the cabin. We do know where Thomas Lincoln had his home site, right?
That's right.
But the cabin many times was dismantled and hauled around the country at county fairs and other exhibitions. And there's some question as to whether it was put back in the exact spot, but it's pretty close to it, isn't it?
Either on or very near.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mr. Davenport, when you were at the museum, working at the museum, did visitors ask you about your being born in the cabin, too?
Occasionally, someone would tell them that I was born in the cabin. They would ask me about it.
That's just fascinating. Thank you very much.
Right.
It's been interesting. Your money's waiting for you backstage, and if I ever get to Hodgenville, I'll drop in and see you at your home.
Thank you, Jerry.